It's mid-October, and there are tons of guys hitting the woods this time of year using our ring of steps and our ratchets. A lot of them for the first time, and inevitably, we're going to hear about broken ratchets a lot more times than we care to. We have made this video in an attempt to help drive that number down to zero, and I would appreciate it if you'd share this video to help get the word out. I'm going to go over a couple things to do and not do that can most likely prevent you from falling in with the few that have had issues. One thing I'm going to recommend, if you're not going to have time to do a whole lot of practice or become extra familiar with the ring of steps before you head out to go hunting, is just grab an extra ratchet and throw it in your pack and take it with you out in the woods just to be on the safe side. I couldn't imagine getting to my hunting spot and having my ratchet break, or being in the middle of the rut, ready to really get out there after it and not have a ratchet. Just a good idea to have an extra. Okay, for reference, these ratchets have a 3,000 pound break rating, so these things are extremely strong. I'm going to go over two situations that I believe are leading to the majority of the ratchet failures. Before we get into those two situations, however, the most important thing from my perspective to do with the ratchet is to keep it well lubed. Oil the ratchet as soon as you get it. Oil the parts that slide, especially the parts that slide. You want them to move freely. You can oil it every couple weeks, maybe once a month, but just make sure you keep it lubed throughout the season. Hops number 9 works great for me, but anything you choose to do the same objective should be fine. One of the biggest reasons that I believe that could cause ratchet failure is using your ratchet as a step. Now, there are people that recommend using your ratchet as a step on YouTube, and a lighter person may get away with this. You may get away with it a time or two, but it's something that I just highly discourage. The step is just not designed for it. I personally had a conversation with a guy that had reached out to me and told me that 3 of his ratchets had broke. And to be honest, I thought the guy was a troll. But I got a conversation with the guy. We got to talking about things, going through his process, and I discovered that he was using his ratchet specifically as a step. He was setting it up, using his ratchet as a step. The way he was stepping on it caused the little flat part with the spring to pop out. You can see if you're stepping on the ratchet from this angle, like you would be if you were in a hunting situation, your foot could easily encounter the sliding portion of the ratchet where the spring is, and this is the part that guys are having come out of the ratchets. The torque that you could be putting on this area of the ratchet while you're stepping on it could easily knock it out of the slot. Then when you go open your ratchet, pops off, that piece and your spring falls out of your ratchet, and that's it. So please, don't use your ratchet as a step. The second thing that causes problems is how you pull on the ratchet while you're tightening the ratchet. The most important thing is to pull straight on the ratchet. Any upwards or downward pressure on the ratchet can torque the body of the ratchet and cause the little plate to have an increased likelihood of falling out. You can easily bend the ratchet when pulling on it any other way than straight, especially when you're putting a tremendous amount of pressure on it, trying to get that last click at the end. Ideally, set up your ratchet in a manner that makes pulling on the ratchet with your strong hand, that's my right hand, I'm right-handed, makes it easy so you can pull straight on the ratchet. You don't have to reach up, you don't have to reach down, you're not contorted. That's the most ideal way to pull straight on the ratchet. Also, you don't want to jerk on the ratchet to get that last click. Just a nice, even, smooth, steady pull, and then just maybe a slight bump at the end to try to get that last click. If you don't get that last click, that's okay. Your steps will still only settle an inch or so regardless. The platform steps for your ring of steps is an outstanding option when you have a little time to learn the nuances for hanging your ring of steps easily and quietly. We have a handful of videos that can help to make the process as easy as possible, as well as go over in detail how to install the ring of steps. Give these videos a look if you haven't checked them out on our YouTube channel at Bullman Outdoors or on our website at bullmanoutdoors.com. And as always, good luck this season and have a blessed day.